Alright, in today's video I'm going to teach you how to get payouts like these by betting parlays. Now, the first strategy you're going to do is to analyze the bets, blah 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 blah. Bro, betting parlays is bullshit unless you know exactly what you're doing. I'm going to show you exactly why. Now, this is going to be more of a math specific video, so if you can't count, I've done that for you, so just watch the video. Now, parlays are not entire scams, but they make up a big portion of sportsbooks revenue. And why is that? It's because parlays gives the illusion to the player that they are going to make an absurd amount of money. It's a bit like a lottery. But I'm going to explain why this is the biggest scam ever. So, we're going to set up a coin flip with VIG. Now, what is VIG? VIG is the edge that the sportsbook have over you, because when you bet, somehow they're going to make money. So, the true odds in a fair coin flip, so it's a 50-50. But with so if you bet on one side, you should get double your money, and if you lose your whole stake. But with the VIG, sportsbooks would price both sides at 0.91, for example. And so if you bet 100 on each at 191, that would mean that you would have negative EV. So that would be a negative EV of minus 87%. Why is this bad? Well, you're losing money in the long term, so the law of large numbers is going to make it so that you absolutely lose in the long term. And because the true probability of this event of winning like 2 coin tosses in a row makes it like 1 in 4th, that means that for each additional bet you make in a row, or you bet on in a row, your chance of winning is gonna halve. And that also means that the payout is gonna get disproportionately smaller than the risk you're taking. Now, so let's compare these two. So each person bets at 1.91. If you win, you get 45.50 profit. So the EV per bet here is 450 for both. So compare that to the 875 for the parlay. So in summary, if you bet once with a 50% chance of winning, you get a 45.50 payout. That's minus 2.2. If you bet 2 times with a win probability of 1 in 4, you get a negative EV of 8.7. Now, if we compound more, so let's say you do like 10 leg parlays, 20 leg parlays, like some people do. I know people that do this. It's absolutely stupid. You would actually lose insanely. Like, bro, you're losing so much money. So you multiply the decimal odds for each leg. So that would be, in this case, 1.91 elevated by 10. So if you bet $100, you would return $61,300 of profit. This looks juicy, but let's keep going. So what is the true probability of winning this kind of bet if you coin toss 10 times in a row? That would be 1 in 1024, which is less than 0.1% chance of winning. Now, what would the expected value be of this? I can actually ignore this because, I mean, it's barely readable. I copied this from Desmos, so yeah, it didn't turn out that great. Let's break this down. So the EV for a 10 leg parlay in this scenario would be minus 40.13%. So that means that only the bet you're placing is only 60% worth of the money. So each time you place 100, in the long term you will only get back 60. Imagine you placed a stock trade, you invested in a stock that just, in the long term, each time you did it, each dollar put in only returned 60 cents. That would be the worst investment of your life. But parlays is not all bad. There is a possibility, if you have done EV betting before, which I teach in the EV Academy, which will be linked in the description. In some cases, you can find EV bets where the EV is positive from the beginning. And let's say you have 2 or 3 bets with positive EV. If you combine those bets, you could actually make more of a profit. This is a more volatile method, but in the long run, if you do this enough times, you can make more money than just betting single bets on EV bets. Now, take this with a grain of salt. This is a strategy that is more volatile, more risky, so I'd suggest you have a lot of money to play with and to test this strategy before you actually do something. The problem with sports betting and being a winning sports bettor is that you get banned pretty fast. So you need to have a strategy that works and then be able to deploy it with a lot of capital fast, make profits, get banned, and then move on to the next sportsbook. That's how this works. Now, if you have any questions, join the EV Academy. I'll answer everything there. If you have any other opinions and stuff like that, put them in the YouTube comments down below. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out.